you guys, both in your 20s, have made, tens of millions of dollars, super wealthy, and a lot of people watching this strive to reach that kind of wealth at such a young age. So, and like you said right now, millions of people, they never analyze themselves. Mentally, they're mechanical products of the factory of I actually wrote this down for this podcast because it's similar to what you're saying. Mentally, they are mechanical products of the factory of their environment, preoccupied with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, working and sleeping, going here and going there to be entertained. They don't know what or why they are seeking, nor why they never realize complete happiness and lasting satisfaction. By evading the self-analysis that you're talking about, people go on to be robots conditioned by their environment. True self-analysis is the greatest art of progress. It's very much like what you just said right now. Another one that people talk about all the time is meditation. Is that something you guys practice day to day?
Absolutely, but not in the traditional sense of always sitting down and having 10 minutes with the little Calm app on my phone. I found the practice of meditation in doing things that calm me, such as walking, riding my bike, just sitting, reading. Of course, the traditional method of meditation is powerful, but I found it in other ways as well.
Okay. What about you?
Nah.
Nah? Zero, it's not your thing.
It's not that it's not my thing, it's that once you live a life that's in tune, you don't have to enter a state of meditation to get downloads and to receive information. You just operate in a way whereby your receiver of information is clear from all static. You can achieve a life like that. People have to go into the state of meditation because they live in Manhattan with the noise, the sound pollution, the crowds, the chaos, the energy, the 5G, all these different things, these stimulants. No wonder they have to literally unplug themselves fully. But when you constantly live in a state that's mindful of your environment, your energy, you don't have to enter a state of meditation. You live in it.
The biggest question I get is, Luke, in 2025, is e-commerce still a viable business model? As one of the leading creators on the internet when it comes to digital businesses, making money online, I can tell you that the traditional way of e-commerce is dead. It is no longer viable. The way that people used to make money is no longer relevant. Social media has democratized opportunity. Now everybody has access. Obviously, the rules of the game have changed. In 2025, there's a new way of doing e-commerce, one that involves social media, AI, and tools that will facilitate your access and reduce your time, reduce your friction, and create a better customer experience, whether it's supply chain, KPIs, metrics, or even access to phenomenal coaches and partners. We created Ecom Society as an ecosystem to help you fast track your success in this space, because we know that everybody is making their purchases online and somebody is selling them. Those people are making a margin. They're making a profit. They're making money. Look at your own buying behaviors. When was the last time you went in store to buy something beyond food or beyond water? It's very rare. Oftentimes, the things that you buy are online. So my question is, are you a consumer or are you a producer? If you're seeing that somebody's buying something, now imagine the fact that there's 6 billion of us doing the exact same thing. There's a massive market. People are making millions of dollars with these new e-commerce strategies involving social media with little to basically no money and little to no risk. Because, like I said, with AI tools, with content creation, with distribution in social media, anybody can play the game of e-commerce with the right rules, the right strategy, and the right ecosystem. So I welcome you to join Ecom Society, not because you'll have access to it, because we'll vet everybody through the wait list, and we have a short window of time for people to join. As you guys know, we usually max out capacity very soon, and the best way to quality control the community is to ensure we know everybody that is joining. So we RSVP'd, create a listed below, fill out the details, and we'll see you on the other side.
One thing I like about you, Luke, I feel like mentally, you're very composed. Whenever you talk, whenever even I see you off camera, on camera, you're always very calm, very balanced. I feel like you're someone who has really good control of, the things that you're thinking about, good control of your feelings. Is that something that's like innate? Or is that something you have to work on yourself? Or maybe, I don't know, like maybe you do have those thoughts and I don't know about it. Or like you are very, you know what I mean? What is it?
When you say something, make sure it counts for something.
Okay.
If you're going to expend energy talking, make sure that it's valuable.
Right.
If there's nothing to say, just shut the So I just operate in a way where if I have something to say, I say it, and I measure it by 3 metrics. Is it kind? Is it necessary? And is it true?
Yeah.
If it doesn't match all 3 categories, I'll most likely avoid it. It needs to be kind. And kind doesn't mean nice, like how people think kind. Is it necessary? Like, is it the right time to say this? Is it the right context? And is it true? And based off of that 3 metrics is kind of how I operate. So I think, is this kind, necessary, and true before I say something? If I think it filters through that, I voice it. So people need to have filtration systems and understand that the emotions that they feel throughout like a download of information or throughout a conversation or a disagreement, that emotion isn't you.
Yeah.
You are yourself experiencing an emotion. But you can place yourself as a third party viewing the emotion and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? And is my response to the situation going to be kind? And is how I'm going to approach it necessary? And is what I'm going to say true? Because many times we deceive ourselves into believing that we have the right operation and mindset and that we're on the right side of the problem or the situation or the conversation. And many times we're not. So those are the metrics that I use on a mental basis.
Nice. It's good that you have this kind of system in place. And like what you said, I think it's very true about like, you need to realize like when you think I am angry, it's not that you are angry, but you're experiencing anger. Not that you're engulfed by the emotion. So that's a good mindset shift. What about you? What do you think?
We tend to label these things that happen to us in life as good or bad when they are just happening.
Oof,
and learning to accept them for what they are and not trying to change the reality of the world will bring you more peace than anything else.
Jordan, have I told you the story of the Chinese farmer?
Oh,
I know the story of the Chinese farmer. Maybe the people don't know the story.
There was a Chinese farmer.
Yes.
And he had his position in the village, normal guy, had a family, had his cattle, and he had a horse that he loved. One day, the horse runs away. All the neighbors come, sad, hey, I'm so sorry that your horse was lost. It's such a terrible thing. And he said, I don't know if it's a terrible thing. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next day, the son arrives, riding in the horse. Everybody's like, oh, this is so great. My son was able to find the horse. This was an incredible situation. He's like, I don't know if it's an incredible situation. We'll tell tomorrow. The next day, the son is riding the horse that was found. That was a blessing. And he falls and he breaks his back. Everybody comes, I'm so sorry. I can't believe this is bad luck. I can't believe you got the horse. This shouldn't have happened. I don't know if it's bad luck. We'll find out tomorrow. The next day, the army rolls in saying, we are recruiting everybody that's able to work under the age of 25 to come and serve at the army because we're going to war against the Mongolians. My son can't go. He broke his back. Everybody came in. It's a blessing. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. And that's how life works. It's not whether this thing is good or bad. It's how you interpret the situation and how you process the information and the worldview and perspective that you have towards something. I came from nothing. You came from nothing. How we perceived our situation versus...
I came from not much.
Very little. But how you perceive your situation dictates your future. So if you perceive it, oh, poor me, I'm never going to get out. Oh, poor you, you'll never get out. But if you see, I'm at the bottom, all I have is potential and growth, and all I have is upside, then now you're excited. And all it is, it's a mindset shift. It's the realization that you can. And like you said, most people don't trust themselves because the small compounding wins in their life don't exist. They do a thing in a burst, in a sprint, and then they stop.
True.
If you can't trust your own word, how are you going to trust your decision making? How are you going to trust yourself as an individual? You yourself are a person. You have a relationship of trust with yourself. Most people don't trust themselves. Why? Because they don't keep their word.
To themselves.
Exactly. So you need to have compounding wins. Everything beautiful in life, everything comes from compound. Everything. Relationships, business, finance, health, everything is compounding. You don't want the burst and then to disappear into oblivion because you burnt out or things went south.
Consistency.
You want to grow. Consistency compounds, and when you realize that, it's next level, bro.
Life becomes more enjoyable because you're doing things.
You become successful, bro.
Yes.
We have real life proof.
Yeah, that's right. You're not doing it just to achieve something big. You're doing it because you actually are trying to build something great and you're just doing it on a daily basis. So it's not about like, oh, I'm going to work for 3 weeks straight and then take a break. It's like, I'm going to do this every day and we'll see what comes out of it.
Facts.
And you might end up achieving more than you ever dreamed.
Right. And I think as well, if you really think about your work sometimes as just looking at the output of it, you might get discouraged because you feel like, I've been doing this 3 weeks, I've not seen any results, or I've been doing this 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But I think years even sometimes. And I think it's important to realize that the work you do, although it may not be increasing the output, it's increasing your ability to do that work. So you're increasing that good trait that you have in yourself, that you're able to follow your routine, do that work. You're still improving.
You know what I've come to realize? Most people don't know the seeds that they plant. Let me explain. If I give you an apple seed,
yes,
and I tell you to plant it, what do you know will come from it? An apple tree. You know it because I gave you an apple seed. So the question is, what if you could control and understand the seeds that you plant, therefore know the outcome?
Okay.
The Bible says it. You shall know them by what? Their fruits. So what is the evidence, right, as to how you operate in the things that you want? You are able to calculate the outcome of your life based off of understanding the seeds that you're inputting. Let me give you a very basic example. Most people here that are watching, they don't know anything about their taxes. They haven't even stopped to think about it, right? They don't understand how taxes are filed, what taxes you owe. They rely on what? An accountant. They rely on a third party to tell them the truth, right? So once you understand that you have to be self-actualized and autonomous, you begin to take life seriously. And I've come to realize that people haven't unlocked that. They're extremely dependent on others. And once shit hits the fan, there's nobody to count on except you and your own skill sets. So it's a wake-up call.
That's crazy and very true, honestly. What do you think is the purpose of this life? Why have we been created?
It's a question that I'm still trying to answer. But for me, I find at this stage of my life, my purpose is to try to become the greatest version of myself so that I can inspire the people around me.
To become the greatest version of
themselves. And the people that I
themselves.
come in contact with. And just to be here is the purpose itself. Maybe there is no deeper goal because let's say you make $1 billion, let's say you become super famous, you can't take it with you.
True.
So why not just be here and enjoy the ride and try to reach your fullest potential on this planet? And maybe you can impact the next generation on their journey as well.
Thanks.
But what else is there? Is it to be famous, make money? I don't think so.
It's a journey. Like you said, be here in the journey. Because the destination, we know it doesn't bring all the happiness. It's about the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think, dude?
It's about the present moment.
Yeah.
It's all we have.
There is no journey because the past, or how we imagine it to be, or how we conjure it to be, is just imaginary. It's a perception of reality of the past that is skewed by emotions, it's skewed by
true
perceptions.
facts.
It's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
The future, most people live in what? A dystopian future. Shit's gonna go wrong. I'm gonna go broke. So they live in anxiety. The ones that live in the past live depressed because they're thinking about all the shit that they missed.
The ones in the future are anxious.
Because they can't control it.
Yeah.
The ones that are right here, right now, understand that there's no timeline. There's like this right now. I could be doing anything in the world right now, but I chose to be here right now because this is what I've chosen to be the most important thing. So what I've come to realize is the most important thing for me is to develop myself. The more I develop, the more I understand, the more data sets I acquire, the better understanding I'm going to have as to how the world works. I'm in no place to give opinions as to this. Bro, I'm here to explore, here to be a student, and here to be taught.
Nice.
That's it. I'm not here to give opinions. I'm not an expert of nothing, brother. And based off of that, you live a free life because you know you're not accountable to anybody except God. So you operate really, really smoothly.
That was very well put, man. And this is the calmness that I'm talking about. Like these thoughts, is this something that was innate in you, or is this something you had to work on to reach this level of peace?
I don't know. Self-development. Just pick up some books. Most people have the language skill of a 6-year-old.